This weekend, the Formula One World Championship Series is going to head out to the United States and to race in the state of Florida in downtown Miami around the Miami Dolphins Stadium, Hard Rock Stadium. This is going to be a very spectacle race. You're going to have so many unique sights around this track. You're also going to see a lot of celebrities in attendance, some of the bigger names, the Williams sisters, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and much more. And today I'm here to talk about that, but also give y'all my predictions on how the weekend will play out. So kick back and relax and enjoy.
Hey, it's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. here at Kroger, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Before I give y'all my predictions for this weekend's race in Miami, I'm going to want to talk to y'all about the track layout, and here it is. So the red arrow and the checkers are the start and finish line, and that red arrow is pointing the direction they will go in. So as they're going into turn one, you will get a similar feel to Silverstone turn one, maybe open the door for a couple of passing opportunities. Turn number 2 is going to be, near flat out. And turn 3 will be also. And you got a little of a straightaway. Before you go into turn 4, it's going to be very tight. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 are pretty much tight corners. And after that, you got a decent sized straightaway, which I believe DRS will be there and it will be efficient. And I believe the Red Bull cars will be fast in this first sector. The further you go down, more straightaways. And that's why I think the porpoising issues for Mercedes has to be dealt with this weekend, because if not, they can very well be well outside the top 10, maybe 8th place on the grid with the team. I don't know. Porpoising has to be fixed because this is the type of track you need it to go away. But you go all the way down to turn 11 and 12 and 13, a tight corner there, and you go to one long straightaway. Got to get that fixed. No porpoising there. And you go around that final corner. It's a little tight. You see the pit entrance. So it's going to be interesting when it comes to strategy. But there you go. There is the full track layout for the Miami Grand Prix. After looking at that track map, it gives me the assumption that the Red Bull cars are going to be the ones up front leading laps, because their straight line speed is phenomenal. And you do have a couple of long straights here in Miami. So saying that, which Red Bull car do I believe it will win? Well, I think Sergio Perez is going to have a good day, but Max Verstappen easily is going to pick up the win here. The team is going for a championship, and Verstappen, if they were to go for one, Verstappen is going to be the guy getting it for them. Last year, he went toe-to-toe with Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, and over 100 race wins. I think he has 103. So Verstappen is a proven winner. And this weekend, I believe his biggest competitor will be Sergio Perez and maybe Charles Leclerc. But we'll see how things go there. But I kind of gave it away who's second place. It was just going to be Sergio Perez. Last year, these two bonded really well together. And I thought going into 2022, things might simmer down a bit because Sergio Perez now feels a little more comfortable with the team and he might get more out of it. But he's doing that, but he's still also holding a tight relationship with Verstappen, which is helping out the team tremendously when it comes to this Constructors title. Because at the beginning of the year, remember, they had big reliability issues and they were set behind the 8 ball, and they have to make it up over time. And Perez is right there helping them more efficiently than he did last year. So bravo, Sergio. And he probably will get a contract renewal by the summer break. Let's assume that. He's doing well. Third place is going to be the 44 car of Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes. And yes, no Ferrari is going to finish on the podium. I believe the Mercedes cars, the big upgrade they're bringing this weekend, is going to help their issue out with porpoising. And the thing about porpoising is, a lot of people assume that porpoising is very bad, which is completely a false narrative. If you had the right amount of porpoising, you're going to be all right in a straight line. It's going to help you out, actually. But if you have too much of it, however, it's going to ruin your lap time and slow you down. Here's the difference. The Ferrari cars have bad porpoising. But the cars get settled down in the corner a lot quicker than the Mercedes cars do. And that's what helps them turn the cars in the corners, because Mercedes has a hard time rotating their cars in the corner. So that's hurting their lap time. But I believe this weekend their big upgrades will help out Lewis Hamilton and young George Russell. But Russell, I believe, will have a DNF, and I'll get to that in a minute. You always see a driver up top with a DNF, and I believe this weekend it will be George Russell. And his points this year will come to an end for round number 5. Fourth place will be Charles Leclerc in the 16 car for Ferrari. He's going to have a good weekend, I believe. Not on the podium, but he will grab solid points and will still be up top on the championship leaderboard. And rounding out your top 5 will be a much, much needed result will be Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz these last 2 weeks has failed to make it to lap number 10. Last week, or more like the last race weekend, because they have a gap in weeks. I don't get it. I don't like it. But him and Imola in the first turn did not go so well. Daniel Ricciardo was there, and put him in the gravel. Ricciardo got away. Carlos Sainz Day was over with. In Australia, in Melbourne, Carlos Sainz overran a corner and got stuck in the gravel there. But this time around, I don't think gravel is going to be an issue, and he will finish the race on track. So there you go. Verstappen will win. Perez will finish second. Third place will be Lewis Hamilton. Fourth place will be young Charles Leclerc. And fifth place will be Carlos Sainz for Ferrari. And my dark horse for this weekend is going to be Fernando Alonso. You did not know what Alpine is going to bring to the track. Either they're going to bring a race-winning material type of car, or they will not. Last week in Imola was clearly the case that they were not near the winning potential. But the week prior in Melbourne, they were. So you don't know what they're going to bring. Otmar Snafnar made it clear at the beginning of the year they're going for wins. And they really don't care much about reliability, but that has been an issue holding them back. So maybe they get over that hurdle and grab a good result. But I have Fernando Alonso as my dark horse. And now on to the full race result. First place will be Max Verstappen. Second place will be Sergio Perez. Third place will be Lewis Hamilton. And fourth place will be Charles Leclerc. Fifth place will be Carlos Sainz. And alongside him will be Valtteri Bottas. Seventh place, you got Fernando Alonso. In eighth place, you got Lando Norris. In ninth place, you got Zhou Guanyu. And in 10th place, you got Kevin Magnussen. 11th place, you got Yuki Tsunoda alongside Daniel Ricciardo. 13th, you got Lance Stroll, and alongside him, Alex Albon. P15, you got Pierre Gasly, and P16, Sebastian Vettel. 17th place, you got Mick Schumacher, and 18th, Nicholas Latifi. 19th, you got George Russell and Ocon, and those two drivers will DNF.